What does a busy French programmer say when you ask them what their favorite video game is?
Oh,
I'm going to need you to tell me. I don't know. Why would I know that?
Je suis Coden.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
No, my version of that joke was better.
What was your version of that
please
joke?
punch up my joke, Ash. Do you want me to prompt you with it again?
This was back when this is when we were talking about Expedition 33 and what a French JRPG was, and Je suis Coden was one of the things that I think I came up with.
Oh yeah? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stole your joke. Sorry, I mencioned you. I apologize. That is a better joke. Okay. How about we do a show? Maybe we'll come up with some new jokes. It might happen. What are you doing dying? Awful. Start over. This is episode 450 of Insert Credit, halfway to 9/10 of 1,000 episodes of a panel of video game experts addressing a series of topics as prompted forward by a signature buzzer. I'm Alex Jaffe. Favorite dinosaur? Triceratops.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
You should know this.
I'm Frank Cifaldi, and I feel so basic right now because my brain's just like T-Rex, dude. T-Rex is cool. So maybe my favorite dinosaur is a T-Rex.
King of the Beasts.
Classic. Yeah. But it's like the ones that probably aren't accurate. The ones with like the tiny little
The ones
arms.
that stand up.
Yeah, the stand up with the tiny arms. Those
No
little guys.
feathers.
They just kind of knit, I think. Yeah.
The ones on t-shirts in the early 90s.
Exactly. Yeah. Those. The ones that come with battle damage and the Jurassic Park action figure. Yeah.
I'm Ash Parrish, and my favorite dinosaur is the Pachycephalosaurus, the one with the big bone head that would run into other dinosaurs.
That's a really good one.
Nice. Well, I was going to say Triceratops because there's like one of the earliest photos of me is me climbing through a tube in a park wearing a Triceratops t-shirt. But since Triceratops has been taken, my second favorite is the Ankylosaurus, the fellow that's got a hard head and a big ball on the end.
The thinking man Stegosaurus.
Yeah, that's right. It's just got, it's got a head weapon, it's got a tail weapon. Really good for like when you're playing with your toys in the sandbox because you can like do a spin move, etc.
Pretty good Monster Hunter boss you got there.
Yeah, exactly.
All good answers, except T-Rex. T-Rex is really basic, and I'm going to have to penalize you for that, Frank. I apologize. But you might be able to redeem yourself as we go into this first question. One that I think all of us are too old to actually answer, but I would like us all to do our best to try to figure out anyway. What game do you think was the first game for the highest percentage of Gen Z gamers?
How old are they?
Gen Z was born between 1997 and 2012.
So wait, what's the question again?
Their first.
What was the first game for the highest percentage of Gen Z gamers?
97 to 2012, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of toward the end of that, but not all the way at the end, I would say. So like 2007. It's Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
I was hoping that would be harder. Yeah, it's probably Minecraft.
Let's see. When did Minecraft come out?
It was officially released in 2011, but it was kicking around by 2009.
2009. Yeah, because I was thinking a lot of those kids.
Oh, but they were like born in 2009, so maybe not.
They weren't born in 2009. They were born in 1997.
I thought it was between
97 and 97 and 2012.
Right. So there's a 3-year period where they're only being born.
Right.
So I don't think that's the answer.
I feel it might not be exactly right, but I have the feeling that most of these households that are going to play games have a Wii in the home during the time of this child growing up.
Yeah.
So like a new Super Mario Brothers.
No, it's
like
Wii
a new Super Mario Brothers, like a Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
I feel like something in that zone.
I think Wii Sports is a good answer. New Super Mario is not.
What about a Guitar? No, not Guitar.
No,
not as a first game.
But I actually I'm leaning back toward Minecraft because yes, it's at the tail end of this, right? But
it stayed popular.
No, they'd have to be like and it stayed popular, and the numbers are so crazy that it kind of offsets.
They would have been like coming
period.
into video game cognizance right around the time that Minecraft was like starting to be born and take off. That sounds correct to me.
Yeah, like I think if you just take the Gen Zs that are at the tail end of that, right? Like the last like 3 or 4 years of that, you just try to like think of like how many years of Gen Z could have Minecraft as a first game at like age 5 or something like that. I think the numbers are just so insane that they crush things like Wii Sports.
I'm going to throw out one other potential thing, which is that by 2007 or so, the iPhone is out. And by 2009, Angry Birds is out.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Given the phone to your kids was very quickly.
You got games on your phone generation.
Yeah. I'm not going to go to bat for it over Minecraft necessarily, but I think there's an argument for Angry Birds or some
Subway Surfer
game kind
Subway
of thing.
Surfer.
Yeah, Subway Surfer type thing.
I think it's
hard to say for sure, but there's a lot of good candidates actually for them in that time period. Angry Birds is simple to do. You just swipe and then a bunch of things fall down.
Yeah, and even it seems like so long ago, but I think even by then, a lot of the parents weren't necessarily on like computers with mice, right? So Minecraft might have been harder to access than something like Angry Birds, which everyone had.
Yeah.
Or everyone could have anyway.
Do you guys know that Roblox launched in 2006? That seems way too early.
No, that seems right.
Yeah, that seems right, but I don't think of it as being huge until
it didn't take off in a massive way, I think, for a few years there.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of kids
Gen Alpha
playing Roblox in the library. I think Gen Alpha Roblox would be my answer hands down.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think Gen Z got around to Roblox until later.
Is Roblox a game or a platform?
Games within Roblox,
yes.
I suppose.
Yeah, I think it's the both of them, and I'm going to count it for Gen Alpha. Okay. I think that's my answer for that.
Is Mega Man Legacy Collection a game or a platform?
It's a compilation.
Yeah.
It's not a platform because
it's not a platform.
It's one-off thing. Yeah.
But is it a game or is it 5 games or however many games is in there?
6, first of all.
Yep, Brandon.
I said or however many. I didn't know.
Are we locking in Subway Surfers? Are we locking in Minecraft?
I like Minecraft.
I'm going Minecraft, yeah.
I'm going Angry Birds. Doesn't matter.
All right, so what's the answer, Jeff?
The consensus.
I'm going to say, if you are a Gen Z person listening to this show, call in and tell me what your first game was, and we're going to anecdotally solve this. Send it to show@insertcredit.com.
You know what I'm really curious about? I want to know what Gen Zs, like what games they saw their older siblings play first.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I have anecdotally seen a lot of Gen Z being really excited about the Nintendo 64 because their older sibling was playing it. And it like passed them by mostly, but it's like a deep childhood memory kind of thing. So, but that's based on me walking in and around game stores and not any facts. So if anyone wants to send that information in as well.
Gen Z, call in. We want to hear from you. We're the only people who do. Next question. What was the longest that you have been stuck on a particular part of a video game without giving up and eventually pushing through it?
Pretty long. Pretty long. Exile Wicked Phenomenon on the TurboGrafx was notoriously rebalanced by working designs to make it more difficult and more interesting. And in the process, they made it so that you have to get to like level 72, grind to level 72 within like the first hour of the game.
Wow.
They messed it up super hard. And I definitely did grind through that to play through the rest of the game. And the rest of the game is very easy afterward. Because it takes like an hour to do that or longer.
Takes an hour to get to level 72?
Yeah, there's only limited, because like there's only a few places where you can grind successfully.
That seems short.
It does seem short. It might have been longer. I can't remember now. It's been a while.
You're saying that the longest you've ever been stuck on a video game without giving up was 1 hour.
That's pretty long. to me. I'm ready
when
to
you
give
say
up
give up,
right
what does
now.
that mean? Do you mean just like put down and never do it again, or put down and come to it at a later time? Like, what does give up mean?
Either just put down the game forever or like look up how to do it.
Oh, okay.
I was interpreting it as like a single session, but I could I would include in a single session as like I stopped and saved, and then I came back and I kept trying, and then I stopped and saved, and I came back and kept trying.
Well, my answer is Shenmue 2.
Mm-hmm.
I imported the European version around when it came out, which was November 23rd, 2001. Let's call it early 2002 that I played it. In Shenmue 2, you arrive in China on a boat and you don't have any money because like some kid stole your money or something. And you're kind of like out on the street looking for work and just trying to get by and figure out, the next thing you have to ask everyone in the world about to get clues. And I got lost. Like I had a hotel room in this like crappy hotel that you get at the beginning of the game. And I just couldn't find it again. And so my experience in Shenmue 2 for a long time was that Ryo took a boat to a foreign land and got lost and homeless. and that's where the story kind of trailed off. And I wouldn't say that I went like, I'm never playing this again. I just kind of went like, oh, maybe I'll get back to this someday, which I did last year. And it wasn't the same copy of the game. I started over on Steam, so I don't know if that counts, but I revisited Shenmue 2 last year and got slightly further.
So like a gap of 25 years?
Yeah. So
it's a different question, but it's a good answer.
No, I see this absolutely counts.
My answer is similar, except it's Tomb Raider 2, because I used to have that game on the original PlayStation and I would cheat. And there's like a cheat code that you can like make Laura do like flips and dips and it'll automatically...
Oh, that's the one that makes her take her clothes off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, I mean, no. You can like input and
just in case you like, I'm kind of Bubsying you here. I know,
okay,
but like that was always back in the day. It was like there's
there's a nude code.
Nude code.
Yeah. No, it's not the nude code. It's the code where you can skip to the next level. And I used to skip to the end level because all of the levels in the middle scared me because I was a child and I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't have the internet to look it up how to like progress to the next level proper way. But then the remakes came out like a couple years ago and I was finally able to like play the game with my adult eyes and like, oh, okay, yeah, this is easy. And I could finally get past like the levels I couldn't get past. I didn't ever like finish the game in that gameplay session, but like I was able to do it without cheating.
How did you get the cheat codes without
I don't remember.
Somebody like wrote them down and passed them to her
like a bathroom stall.
I don't have any memory. Like we didn't have internet when I was playing that game. We didn't have internet. Like I didn't have a computer that had access to the internet, but I remember fondly being able to like do the little, like you got to step forward and then you got to step back and then you got to like do a backflip and then you have to do the little like somersault in the air and you do that like a certain amount of ways and then you skip to the next level. I didn't have internet to look that up. So I have no idea how I figured that out. Maybe it was in a magazine or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you have like a Prima strategy guide?
I didn't have a strategy guide either. I must have picked it up somehow, some way, but I was able to do that and skip to the final level where she's in her robe, like shooting guys at her mansion. Like I remember that distinctly, but I never was able to like look anything up. And then when the remakes came out like a couple years ago, I just played normally. I'm like, oh, okay, I could have done this. I don't know why I didn't do. I was just so much of a scaredy cat. I was so scared of that game, but I loved it so much.
Did any of you ever, when you purchased a game, find that it came with codes printed out in the like stuffed in the manual or hidden somewhere?
No,
I don't think that would have been the case for Tomb Raider 2.
Oh, I wasn't saying that's what happened here, but I'm just curious if that happened.
I have definitely. I can't think of anything specific, but yeah, I've had like like an old NES manual that has the passwords written down in pen.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Oh, okay. Bye.
But Frank, this isn't one of my pre-written questions, but I am suddenly interested. Do you happen to know what the last published physical Prima strategy guide was?
No, not offhand, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a list on Wikipedia. So let's look. List of Primas.
This is the hot content that the patrons pay for.
Yeah.
Listening to us Google stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out. Write in if you know what the final Prima strategy guide
Print
was.
operations were shut down in 2019.
Okay. What were the big games of 2019?
I used to do the all weapons cheat code too. I had to have like implanted that in my memory from like a game fax when I was in a place where I had access to the internet. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Well, they printed the level skip guide in the magazines, the cheat code, but you had to get the internet to know how to make or take her clothes off.
Yeah.
That's where that
Which I never
was.
did.
All right.
We're still talking about female cousins, or have we finished the Prima conversation?
Nice. Very good, Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very good. Let's pull out this one. I'm pulling out a question from my old bank of questions. What's the hardest that you've ever been hit by a video game cancellation? Like, have you been like, ugh, I really wanted to play that?
Good question.
I mean, all mine are incredibly stupid, and most of them I found out about after the fact.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, like Data West is a game company that I like and nobody else does. And there's like a PlayStation 1 run and gun they were making. It never came out. Would have liked to play that. Bonk RPG. God darn. Give me that.
That was
my
real?
Bonk RPG.
Oh, yeah.
There's screenshots.
On the TurboGrafx. There's a Bonk RPG.
Yep. Sure, it would have been terrible.
It would have been like the most cookie cutter Dragon Quest.
The original Yakuza 7. We're pivoting to RPG.
Yeah. Esper makes a good point. SNK, the entirety of SNK, when that got canceled and they stopped making video games, that was too bad.
Fighters forever.
I don't know. Like, I mean, there was lots that I were like a little bit interested in, but nothing that like hurt me.
There's some people who are really upset about like wasn't there a Metroid that didn't come out, and wasn't there a oh, you know what I'm actually thinking? I'm thinking of the 3D Vector Man, which is something it's like the opposite. It's not exactly the opposite. It's the opposite side of the same coin.
And also, that wasn't a game that like was announced and shown and then canceled. It was like something posthumously discovered, so no one was upset in the moment.
Yeah, Sonic Extreme. Am I losing my mind over that? No, I don't care. Sorry, Ash. You keep being about to say something.
No, the only thing that I can think of that was announced and then like canceled, but it wasn't really canceled. It was remixed into something else. I think it was Final Fantasy. The game that became Final Fantasy 15 was Final Fantasy like Versus 13. And it had this sick ass trailer with the same song I think they used in Final Fantasy 15, where you had like Noctis and he was like walking down steps and he was getting shot at, and he had all of his weapons like swirling around him, deflecting the bullets and shit like that. I'm going to find the trailer because I think it's still out there. That game, like Final Fantasy 13-2 is a game that exists, but it is completely different going in the other direction. And then Final Fantasy 15 took elements from that, what was supposed to be 13-2, and then turned it into 15. But I liked what was being sold to me with that original trailer. And another thing, which is like, you find out posthumously, and it didn't really hurt me, such as like, oh, Ubisoft, you cowards. Hearing about Ubisoft wanting to do a game where I think you was in the Civil War and you were, going around as an assassin, like killing a bunch of like slave owners and people in the Civil War, but they backed off of that because like, oh, that's too woke and everybody will hate us for it.
It's unfair to the slave owners.
I know, right?
we got to hear both sides on this one.
Of course, so that was upsetting because I have been asking for a discrete game, not elements in other games like Red Dead Redemption or Mafia 3 or Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, which are like little DLC standalone projects. I want a discrete game where you can either kill the clan or kill a bunch of slave owners. And I haven't gotten that yet from like a big AAA treatment or whatever, because I'm sure there are tons of indie games that tackle that. But like, I want that AAA treatment. I want that Assassin's Creed, like put a hatchet in a slave owner's head kind of game. And everybody's just too goddamn cowardly for it.
I think it's probably too late now because there's going to be like 3 to 4 AAA games every year now. So
yeah.
If that,
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. It's a shame because it'd be great to get machine games doing something like that, Wolfenstein style.
Mm-hmm.
Gut punch by association was some friends lost their jobs when Warner Brothers canceled Wonder Woman, and by which I mean the entire Monolith studio.
Yeah.
So that kind of hurt.
It really did.
Friends suffered.
And I wanted to play that game.
I saw it.
Oh, really?
Real. Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me anything about it?
No, I don't know. Probably not. At least not on air.
All right. Maybe
I will
later.
admit on air that I saw it, but
right.
I don't think
no
I'm
more
gonna
than
describe
that.
it.
Ah, geez.
X-Women on the Genesis. could have been cool.
Yeah.
But you weren't affected at the time. See,
I wasn't affected at all at the time. No,
But
didn't even know about it.
For me, like if you're to ask me, like what would I like to see right now? It's Mother 3 on the 64, and that. No, I don't think it's good X-Women probably, but it's by the guy who made Adventures of Batman and Robin on the Genesis. Like it's and not only is it by him, it's his final work as a video game developer, someone that I think of as a master of his craft. This was his final work that led him to quit video games forever and run a tea shop.
Yeah.
I want to see that. And it's X-Men. Come on.
Do you know if they did the soundtrack? If they ever made music for it?
I'm sure it's what's his face. The guy who did Batman and Robin. Jesper Kid, is that his name? Yeah. It was probably a Jesper Kid joint.
That's what I want to hear.
It probably sounds like all his other Genesis music.
Yeah. I'll take more of that. Ash, you just dropped a Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailer into the chat.
I think probably both Frank and I saw this live when it was announced at one of the showcases. Maybe you didn't, Frank, but I definitely did. I saw a bunch of Versus 13 news for quite a while.
It seemed cool.
I was confused because there was like 13.2 and 13.3, and then there was Versus 13, and I'm like, just naming wise, I was losing the plot. But yeah, no, it would have been cool. I'm glad we got 15, of course.
I am too. But yeah, and looking at this again now, it's like, oh, that's just like 15. They just took all of that and just made that Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, pretty much. Prompto was in there.
Yeah,
and you know what? Their ideas probably evolved for the better.
Probably.
Probably.
But I liked that little edgy. I liked the edgy treatment that this was supposed to be versus the actual edgy Final Fantasy 17, 16 that we got, which was like less good.
Different edge.
Yeah,
and we'll see it again in Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm sure some people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this next question is kind of a sequel prompt to one I asked you a couple weeks ago about Jeff Keighley at the Game Awards, but this time he's not in it. It is of a similar tone, though. Question is, if you could replace the words press start on every video game title screen with any other, I'm going to say apolitical phrase, what would it be?
Well, I don't want to seem too biased here, but what if we went with insert credit, LOL?
It would make the show make more sense.
Yeah.
Let's see, apolitical too, huh? I feel like any statement that would change the world for the better is inherently political, right?
Right. No, we're not trying to get a message out there.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be like go with an exclamation point, and it's a big button, and it's pretty clear you have to interact with it.
I like the idea Elite Beat agents have where it prompts you like right before the game is the song is getting ready to start, like, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And then you have to hit the start button on go, otherwise the game doesn't start. You have to try again until you get the timing right.
So
skill check to start all video games.
Skill check just to start the game.
Exactly.
I like that. Whether it's a rhythm game or not.
Correct.
Yeah. No, that's good.
I mean, you could just say like press button instead of press start, or like, well, okay. I think my choice would be let's go.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell let's?
That's LET''-G-O. Oh, sorry, -A-G-O. Let's go. One word, hyphen.
Yeah, this was a matter that I was actually debating with Esper on last week's episode, whether it's better to omit the hyphen or include the hyphen.
The answer is whichever one of you agreed with me was right.
Okay, Esper was right, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, way to go, Esper.
Let's go. That's so nice.
Can you explain the hyphen?
Do you need to? It's grammatically... I don't know.
It's a compound
Nothing
word.
about this is grammatically anything. You're making it up.
All grammar is made up then.
Nice.
There's no precedent for this.
Got him.
Yes, there is. Whenever you phonetically spell out the Italian accent, you do a -A.
Cite your source.
No. I don't have to. I have an Italian last name.
That's true.
That's right.
You do.
Source is lived experience.
Source is lived experience.
Yeah, that's right. You could just change it to press run, because now everything is a TurboGrafx PC engine, and I like that.
I mean, that's a good answer for you, because press start is very much like an NES like holdover, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you could change it so that we pretended that TurboGrafx was the winner.
Yeah, and I feel like I could get you on board with this, because running is what you do to a program on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Your
so
favorite console.
Your favorite console.
Oh, so it should be press enter. Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's just press and then like an enter key, that like L-shaped key with the arrow on it. And that's not just on your PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah, it'd be good. Big enter key right in the middle.
All right. I think we've answered this question thoroughly enough.
No, the final answer is it just says kiss me.
I like that too.
Yeah.
And when you press it, a big kiss mark appears on the screen with like the lipstick.
Yeah. And the common terminology for starting a game is you kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then when you
good.
beat a game, you consummate it. That's the the new.
It's a little too far.
No.
All right.
It's just
I don't like that. No.
I didn't start this.
All we do is kiss the game on the mouth.
Tulip style, like innocent.
Yeah.
Affection.
Okay.
Kiss.
Okay.
Yeah. I think what happens is there's a lipstick print on the screen already, and you control another lipstick print, and you have to like map it onto that lipstick print as if you
I have
are
to do this to start
itself.
a video game.
To start a video game.
Not what
yes.
your question was replacing text.
That's true. We are replacing text.
But I like that.
We're mission creeping here.
Any visual novel dating sim developers out there, that's free game right there. That's a unique little start to a romance game. Yeah.
All right. That's a good note to go out on. We'll be right back after a quick break. School of the Law.
One of the issues with that question, I think, is like past the mid 90s, it's kind of rare for a game to be like announced and shown and then canceled.
It's coming back. They sure are canceling a lot of games they've shown now.
It's true. Microsoft did it in record time.
I'm real worried about that Blade game.
Oh, that's not happening. Welcome back to Insert Credit. It's time to go to the question hole. This is part of every episode where I take questions submitted to us at patreon.com/insertcredit, where you get the opportunity to send us your questions, get monthly bonus episodes, and participate in fun and interesting activities and exciting endeavors. This week's question comes from...
You got bored talking your way through that.
I sure did. This week's question comes from Propelleher, who asks, what video game character would you trust to house sit for you while you're away? If you have pets, you'd be trusting this person to properly care for them in your absence.
Kazuma Kiryu for sure.
Oh, he'd be good at it.
He's very earnest and diligent, cares for animals. He can just like feed them and they're instantly full, like with one little thing. That's really handy. A lot of shortcuts involved. So he'd be a good one.
I like it. And ultimately, he's going to make it right in the end, no matter what. But he's going to fight guys in your house.
Yeah.
People, gangsters will show up and things will break.
It depends. My house could be one of his bases where he can change his clothes. Never fights there.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the engine supports that. Yeah.
So I think if I give him a key to the house, it becomes a base. And then there won't be fighting there.
Yeah, there would be fights, but it would be just outside the house.
Just outside. In the yard.
Yeah.
In the street.
You better not have any bikes you really like.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're not.
Yeah, say goodbye to those bikes.
Fucked up.
That's the first thing he goes for in my experience.
Yes.
Frey from Forspoken, I think, would be a good house sitter because like she needs a nice place to live.
For that cat.
Yeah. She would be, first of all, she would be good at taking care of both of our pets. And like, I don't know, like someone who doesn't have like the nicest place, getting to stay in a nicer place, I feel like would take good care of it, you know?
Some people. She would. I think she would.
I think Big the Cat would do it.
That's also very true.
I think Big the Cat would just peacefully watch my TV.
Yeah, I don't think of Big the Cat as like an entity of responsibility, though.
How big is Big the Cat?
Pretty big.
Because if he's a human height, then I don't think he fits through my doorway with ease.
Yeah, it's good. He's 6 feet 7 inches.
Yeah,
that sounds correct.
He's 6'7".
Yeah, he's basically
like
a square.
Twice as tall as Sonic, and Sonic apparently is 3 feet tall.
He weighs 620 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Hefty boy.
Yeah, I don't know if my floor can take that.
Yeah.
So wait, when Sonic kissed that lady, he was a 3 foot tall guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like very weirdly proportionate.
I was on board until I knew his height.
What's the matter? You don't like your short kings?
Frank is just anti-king in general.
No kings.
No kings includes short kings.
King from Tekken would not be a good house sitter, I don't think.
I think he would. I think like civilian king would be okay.
Okay.
He's just like a regular luchador.
He's too strong. He's gonna like pick up one of my glasses and shatter it.
But I think he would be really gentle. He's got to be like,
You think so?
or like Armor Jack. I mean, yeah, he's gonna like break all of your floors in your houses, but I think he would be like super gentle. Like
Armor Jack's metal,
knows.
right? I don't know, that'd be tough.
That's where Big the Cat was coming from. I think giants are gentle.
Yeah.
Often, and I think he's a gentle giant. I am worried about the door situation and like my couch. So maybe not Big the Cat, but maybe like Blanca. I bet Blanca's really gentle in real life.
Blanca sheds though.
Oh,
guaranteed.
He's hairy?
What? Yeah.
Well, he's not like hairy all over. He's just got like that pelt on his chest, and then like he's got
and like on his like biceps and stuff. He's got more little patches of hair, doesn't he? Yeah.
You know who I'd bet would get it done is Chibi Robo. Very
he does.
fastidious, very diligent.
I mean, we just got a robot vacuum, and that's basically the same thing. So.
Yeah.
And those whatever bots, Tokabot or whoever's in Mega Man, those little fellas.
Serve bots.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little minions.
Minions.
But Dr. Robotnik has some good server robots, but depends on the continuity. I don't want Scratch and Grounder in my house.
No, they'll fuck your shit right up, Scratch and Grounder. You don't want those guys.
I'll go to their house, but
yeah, they're good hangs.
Big the Cat, out of all of the Sonic friends, is actually Tails would probably do a good job. Too.
Yeah.
No,
Tails would get bored, and then he would like tear apart your toaster and like like make some weird shit with it. Like Cream would be okay.
Yeah, Cream might be okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust
Amy
Knuckles.
Rose
I wouldn't trust Shadow.
Crash out over Sonic and then just take her big hammer like in a crash out and just like, exactly. Yeah.
If you're gonna pick one of Sonic's friends, certainly not any of those chaotics guys. Just smashing around with their rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I wouldn't have a house left if Charmy B was in there.
No.
I was gonna say of all of them, Charmy B would be the one I would trust the most.
Not the way I played Charmy B. Charmy B is just like fucking everyone's day up when I'm playing.
Cream the Rabbit does have big babysitter vibes, so I can get behind that one.
Yeah, she's canonically taking care of a pet all the time. Cheese the Chow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So that okay.
Yeah, I think that's her. I think Blaze the cat might be responsible, but
like then you get in that weird situation where there's a cat caring for my cats.
Yeah, real goofy Pluto scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's fair.
I don't want anyone to ask that question because I don't know what happens to the universe.
I don't want Blaze the cat bringing her Tinder dates back to the to my house. You know, I don't know who she's bringing in there.
It's a good point. All right, I think we can settle on Cream the Rabbit.
I think it's big if your house can support it.
Yeah.
And if not, it's Cream the Rabbit.
Yeah, if you got a big house.
I guess this one's in kind of a similar zone to the Prima Guide question I asked earlier, but more future casting. What do you predict will be the final non-Nintendo game based on a disc?
Disc?
Based on a disc? You mean that's released on a disc?
Yeah.
Okay.
The final disc video game. Nintendo
what was the last Nintendo disc game?
I mean,
then they get rid of discs.
Over, so.
Yeah, no, with the Wii
U.
Yeah, that's true. I meant a physical cartridge, I guess.
Last physical game.
So you just mean last physical game, period?
Yeah, what's going to be the last physical video game?
Okay. Okay.
It's going to be a Call of Duty. Yeah.
Well, it depends on like how far you're stretching that definition, because like the sort of niche like retro weirdo market is always going to support something that has physical media. You know, I think there will still be like Sega Genesis cartridges being made after PlayStation's done.
True.
You know,
I agree, and I think that Limited Run or similar will continue doing like physical games on cart as long as there's a Nintendo platform that supports it. But so we got to think about, it's probably going to be something like a FIFA or similar, something just really, really big.
Yeah.
For whatever platform still supports it. But it's looking like Nintendo will be the last one, maybe. Like Switch 2 would be the last possible physical one because Xbox is looking like they're going to stop it. PlayStation has stated they're going to stop it within 3 years. So it will be Nintendo.
Right. I don't see Nintendo stop. That's why I excluded them.
They might. I could see them stopping with a Switch 3 type thing.
Maybe. Not for a while, though.
Not for a long time. But yeah, that's why I went with like something akin to Frank's reasoning, like a FIFA or a Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, it was Brandon, but
sorry.
I agree. And I think the logic there, if you base it on like the last game for like PS2 and PS3 is like MLB or FIFA, you know,
or Just Dance. Just Dance, I think, was a Wii one. Yeah. Some long running franchise where it makes sense.
Something that is popular in like South America, right?
Correct.
So it probably is like a FIFA or a sports game or something like that. And it probably is just following the trend of what is the last game for a system. It's going to be what is the last PS5 game that gets pressed to disc. And I think it's
weird that Frogger is the last official game on so many platforms. It's like the last, don't quote me on this, but like the last Game Boy Color game, the last Genesis game, the last Game Gear game. It
was all Majesco getting the rights, and Majesco at that point picked up manufacturing and distribution deals for all these thought to be dead consoles, and while doing that picked up like Miss Pac-Man and Frogger. And published them.
I was there at the beginning. I shall be there at the end.
To do pretty well for them, I think.
I think so. Yeah. I think they got a screaming deal.
Yeah.
I hope it's Frogger now. I hope the last physical game is Frogger.
Me too.
Yeah.
Should be. Keep the tradition rolling.
All right. What is the Chubby Checkers Let's Twist Again of video games?
Chubby Checker.
I don't know what that means.
Well, Chubby Checker.
Do you know the twist? Do you know?
Yes.
Come on, baby, let's do the twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, after he did Come On, Baby, Let's Do the Twist, he did another song called Let's Twist Again, like we did last summer. And it's very clearly a sweaty attempt to recapture his initial hit.
And it did okay.
It did okay.
Actually.
But then he kept going back for diminishing returns. Like there are multiple songs within the, hey, remember twisting genre.
Yeah. Good question. Return it. So it's essentially, we'll say, sequels, not necessarily sequels, video game things that returned to their former glory with diminishing returns. I do think.
Well, no. It's specifically, Jaffy's asking about the second one.
Second
one. Okay.
I'm not talking about Twistin' USA, which he did in 1962.
Okay.
I'm not talking about 1963's Twist It Up. I'm not talking about Let's Do the Freddy in 1965, where he tried something else.
That's different.
To me, the spirit of the question is like sequel came out the next year and didn't really do anything new. That's my interpretation.
And was maybe a bit cynical about it.
Yeah.
I have an answer that's not quite 100%, but feels like it to me, and it's the Unreal Engine 5 remake of Ocarina of Time.
You haven't even played that. You haven't seen it.
No, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah. To Ash's credit, she has also never heard Let's Twist Again like we did last summer.
That's true. So it's internally consistent. That's a very good point.
Okay, I like it now.
I mean, there's going to be a better answer, but Brandon's little extra about it being cynical brought to mind Bubsy 2, which was the following year. Okay, yeah.
But Bubsy 1 didn't really set the world on fire.
But it was extremely popular.
It was extremely popular and had a big marketing thing behind it. And it became like a sort of a phenomenon.
Yeah. And they just like shat out a sequel. That was like an extremely cynical game.
What's Bubsy game?
There's just no joy in this game at all.
Yeah. That was what I was thinking of. So I'm trying to think of something else.
Trying to think of something else too that makes more sense.
Yeah, because like one direction you could take this, but it would be totally wrong, would be like Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Tournament Edition, Super Turbo, etc. They were slightly cynical in that, like in the way of we can make a little more money off of this by just adding a little bit more, but each one was more popular than the last, so it doesn't quite fit.
Like Super Turbo is maybe the least necessary, but it is the best one.
Yeah.
That is a good answer, though.
I'm looking at
How
my
about
video
going
games.
from Mortal Kombat 3 to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3? I don't know. I actually don't know the difference.
I actually have the answer.
Okay.
Guys. Overwatch 2.
Ooh, let's Overwatch again. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it was largely viewed as unnecessary.
Correct.
Yeah, we could go back and listen to the twist. Why would we listen to Let's Twist Again?
Overpromise, underdelivered.
Yeah.
I'm still twisting. I don't need to retwist. Like the twist is still happening here.
I'm already watching. I don't need to overwatch again.
No, that's a much better answer than the Unreal Engine Ocarina of Time.
I liked where it went, though. I liked where it went.
Bubsy 2 is a really good answer, though.
Yeah, it is.
And from the old days, that is the answer, I think.
I don't know. Releasing just the Metal Gear Solid VR missions as a solo disc because it was like a leftover extra thing they did in Japan and they wanted to get a little more money out of it. So they released it here in the US. Not quite. It's on the path.
Okay, how about there's a Mario 64 in Japan that is the exact same game, but it now has Rumble support.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's good.
Why don't you go buy Mario again? Let's Rumble again.
I like when they release a game with like one new feature and it's the feature that they're trying to push, but it's like it's otherwise the same and it's really it's like a cash grab for everybody. Yeah. I can't think of other ones. Unfortunately, Lair is not a sequel, but Lair would have been your Flight 6-axis kind of shoehorned in.
Oh, right. To a video game. Originally, it was not a 6-axis game. Right. It would have been way better if it
would. Those Last of Us remakes count?
Absolutely, they would. Yeah.
Remember Last of Us?
I think they sold quite well.
Yeah.
Well, so did
people fucking love those games.
I guess it did.
Like it wasn't even barely out of the next console generation.
Yeah, so maybe not the latest Last of Us, but like the first like HD version was just like seemed very unnecessary because it's like you could just still buy this game on it, and this is not that big of an improvement.
That is time, which means it's time to go to our lightning round. We are going to play a new game that I am calling Micro Maker. What I'm going to do is give you a prompt, a command, and you are going to use that command to design a sort of 3-second mini game in the style of a WarioWare or other similar mini game compilations.
Rhythm oriented necessarily or not?
They could be rhythm oriented. But they should be very short. They should be something you can accomplish like a split-second prompting.
Man, why am I not playing Rhythm Heaven right now instead of doing this show?
All right. Ready, set, kiss. Your first prompt is, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me.
You have to arrange the gods and you have to put the weirdest ones first and you have 3 seconds to do it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking it could be like you're your little bouncy guy and you're prompted with a god and then there's a bunch of gods that come in a row and you have to X and circle them. Like you like this one's right, this one's not. And then then the god switches and then you have to X and like every second or so you get a new god and you're constantly having to adjudicate which is
you have to arrange
which is the strange god.
The correct god before all the other gods.
Or like your god's like first in line and the other weird gods are trying to cut him in line.
I just went literal, like you're God in heaven and you're like throwing lightning bolts as like Ra pops up, like whack a god, but with like lightning bolts that you're throwing at all these other gods.
I like that too.
But the U refers to, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Prompt 2. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
It's a vein finding simulator where you're at the doctor's office and you're a nurse and you have to like try to find a patient's vein.
Oh, and there's a tattoo over the vein that says the Lord my God or something like that.
Yeah, the tetragrammaton.
You have like a moving vein and there's like a needle and it's moving and you have like 1 second to hit a button and it just goes straight down and you have to hope that you hit the vein.
Yeah.
The guy in Mario goes like, oh no.
The guy's arm is just covered with tattoos of like the names of gods.
It wouldn't be Wario though. It would be Satan in this case because
it's whoever's hosting that part of the WarioWare game.
I think it's Satan.
Sure.
I think Satan's one of the WarioWare buddies, right? There's 9-Volt and Walrus
Dr.
Guy.
Cragness and Satan. Cat Nana and Lucifer Morningstar. Next prompt. Remember to keep holy the Lord's Day.
It's you have a calendar.
Yeah, you gotta punch holes in it, right?
And there's a hole punch, and the hands going back and forth, and you have to like.
No, it's like one of those carnival shooting gallery games, and then all the targets pop up, but it's like Monday, and you don't shoot that one, and it's like Tuesday, you don't shoot that one, and you're looking for Sunday. That's the one you have to shoot.
Or Lord's Day, just as Lord's Day.
Or Lord's Day, yeah.
Next prompt: honor thy father and mother.
How does one
No.
honor?
No funny puns with this one, Chaffee. What do you think? Honor them.
I think
like it could be like I'm trying to make this fun and it's not. It could be a Maury Povich situation where you find out who your father is from a blood test, right? And
you have to like kneel before them.
Something like that. I don't know.
I'm getting a little bit Mendelian genetics with it. Like, so you have an avatar that has like red hair and like blue eyes, and so you have to like think of Punnett split. Like you get a bunch of like parent combinations up on a screen, and they're like moving around, and you have to like pick the one that
you select your parents.
You. Yes, exactly.
And if you do the wrong one, your real parents start crying, and Wario goes, "Oh no,"
because you dishonored them. Yeah,
and Satan laughs in the background. Satan looks like Maury Povich.
Next is thou shalt not kill.
It's a first-person shooter, and you have the icon, and there's guys shooting at you, and you just can't do anything.
Yeah, if you fire, you lose.
No, okay, so more getting esoteric with it. You are a stand-up comedian, and every 3 seconds you get a prompt of like 3 different kinds of jokes you can tell, and you have to pick the worst one.
The worst one, so you don't kill.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, you have to bomb.
But the problem is a lot of people are going to disagree with whatever the answer is.
Yeah, like it's hard to tell what's funny and what's not funny, or what the particular audience will find funny, so it's difficult.
I'm going to find the WarioWare written bad jokes to be the funniest. So.
Yeah. Next is thou shalt not commit adultery.
This is a Rub Rabbits minigame type thing, but you have to fail. It doesn't quite work though, because adultery is more specific than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. We're gonna get weird with it again. Does anybody remember the myth of like Eros and Psyche, where Psyche was not allowed to see? She was married to I think Cupid and was not allowed to see him. So like it's her. She's blindfolded and she has to like go into the rooms, like in this big mansion, and try to find the room where her husband is, but there's a bunch of different rooms with a bunch of different people in it, and she can't see, but she has to like figure out which one is the right room, and if she goes into the wrong room with the wrong guy, you lose.
Okay, mine was way simpler, which is Pac-Man, but the ghosts are trying to kiss you.
That works.
What just came to me was like a dating sim screen where the woman you're talking to clearly has a ring on, and you intentionally, like the thou shalt not kill, you intentionally choose the worst option so that her like romance meter will go up. All right, next is thou shalt not steal.
These are all the same. We're just not allowed to do the fun thing.
Don't blame me. Blame God for lacking variety in his design document.
So
these objectives are too similar, God.
You're in a store and
I know.
Your person's automatically walking and they're like making a grabbing motion just all the time. And you just but like you have to like, and it's really hard to steer them. So you have to like steer them away from the shelves.
Ooh, kind of an Octodad. I like it.
From. Yeah.
Octocrad.
I had a similar thought, except you're walking through a store. It's 2D side on, and there's an earthquake.
Yeah.
And items keep falling into your pockets, and you have a certain amount of money.
That's what I was thinking.
No.
And by the time you reach the register, if you have more than you can pay for, you leave anyway, and you're like, no.
Like you have a list of things you have to get, but you have to like reach for it as you're walking, like you're auto walking, and you have to reach for it and you have to time it right. And if you get the wrong thing, you're gonna steal it. Like kind of like what Brandon was saying.
You're
like you have to just pick the right things. Yeah.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Okay, it's a courtroom and it bears the witness. That's as far as I've gotten now.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's also I also had a dressing down game where you take all the clothes off and you can bear a false witness.
Okay.
It's another
but you
thing.
Shall not do that.
Right, to not do that is less funny.
So it's a bear and he's got like the Groucho Marx like sunglasses and mustache on, you know, because he's a false witness. It's not like he's pretending. You got
to choose the right bear. It's our mini game from before, but you're choosing the bear that is the correct witness.
Correct witness. You cannot
You have been the victim of a crime.
Yeah.
You have a flash, like a real quick second flash of like your assailant, and then you get a bunch of different people in the lineup and you have to pick the right one.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. And they're all your neighbors.
And they're all bears.
They're all bears, for sure.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
It's the same as
Same as the adultery one.
Yeah.
Well, one is the act of committing adultery. This is a thought crime.
It's kind of fucked up, God.
Yeah, it is. I didn't write it. Blame God.
I guess actually this is more like, this is also the same mini game as Ash's before, but you see a glimpse of your neighbor's wife walking through a window, and then a whole bunch of women appear, and you have to choose one that's not the wife to think about.
Yeah, you got to covet someone else.
You gotta covet
it can't be a
person.
wife. Yeah. You got to look for subtle signs of who's married and who's
some of them
single.
are bears.
Yeah. Well, we have established already that all your neighbors are bears, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
The last one is thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods.
Okay.
Oh, you have to covet their bads instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
Well, you're going to let that go? Okay, great.
That's a game. Yeah. That one's too similar
strong.
to the wife thing. Yeah. I would say that there needs to be some rebalancing of the commandments in the Bible. I feel like you gotta start with thou shalt not kill and then work up to I am the Lord thy God.
Right, like some of them are so easy. Not coveting your neighbor's wife is like that's just a personality type, you know?
Yeah.
Some people don't have that problem. Some people do have that problem. You know,
like we need to introduce like new rules, like thou shalt not be a billionaire, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, I want to introduce some positives, not negative. You know, it's like
there's mostly negatives.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Beatitudes are for. Like, blessed are the righteous and all that kind of stuff. Like, not talked about as much, but like, there's stuff in there. Like, we have a framework for that.
We just have to, there just seems to be more synergy between the departments.
That's
right.
Got to marry that Old and New Testament.
What I find interesting is that the commandment is not to keep holy the Lord's day, but to remember to keep holy the Lord's day.
Right.
So you don't have to do it. You just have to think about it.
Yeah, it's like the Alamo.
Pretty holy today.
All right. That's an episode. I'm going to say Frank won that one. Congratulations, Frank.
Why not?
Yeah.
Good for me. Played a lot of WarioWare and Rhythm Heaven.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I played neither of those games.
Oh, I missed. Anyone have anything they'd like to recommend?
Just recommended stuff. I haven't had time.
It's been such a short nobody knows this, but we recorded these pretty close together.
Yeah.
So there's not.
If I sound a little out of steam, it's because I got that Monday energy.
Yeah, we had to work around my weird schedule, which I appreciate. Thank you.
So, well, Ash, I confirmed that Flamin' Hot Doritos are the same Flamin' Hot as Flamin' Hot Cheetos. So there's that.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I prefer the Flamin' Hot Dorito delivery vehicle of corn chip over cheese puff.
A Cheeto is also a corn chip.
I know.
It's all corn.
I guess it must be texture and perhaps density of Flamin' Hot dust.
Of the Eatos, I've always been a Frito guy.
Fritos?
Yeah.
Ew. I only like Fritos in Frito pies, like walking tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the only things that I could eat. I'll eat Fritos, but
I'm with Jaffe on this because you get that like roasted flavor.
Yeah.
You don't really get on the other ones. The other ones are only vehicles for the powder, whereas Fritos has its own flavor.
Exactly. If you're a kind of guy who does not tolerate spice, Frito is the best of.
Well, I'm glad that's not my situation.
Well, I was gonna pipe in about dried fruit, but
the jackfruit dried fruit is tasty and a new discovery to me. It's not the freeze dried jackfruit, but just dried jackfruit, and it winds up like a fruit leather, which is neat, and it's got a good taste. And jackfruit, you can do so much stuff with that. It's a very versatile thing. We use it a lot. They use that
as like a meat substitute, right?
Yeah, it's like a fake pulled pork and a fake all kinds of stuff. It's good. So
I guess that would be fake beef jerky.
Well, I love that Cajun jerky spelled Jer. I think Quee or something like that. That's my favorite.
Jerky.
Vegetarian jerky. I don't know if it tastes like jerky at all because I don't know what that tastes like, but it's tasty if you're a vegetarian person. Anyway, Frank, you got some dried fruit?
Yeah, I have a big bag here from Costco of That's It organic fruit Crunchables.
Do they just send you those after you were interviewed by Costco Connection?
That's right. No, I bought this with my own money at the Costco. And these are just apple basically. And
It
it's
must
just
be
like,
freeze dried, right? If
I
it's
think
crushable.
so. They're crunchy. Yeah. So it's crunchy apples, and it's just little bags, and they're basically like eating little potato chip bags, except it's apples. The only ingredients literally are fruit, and each little pack is 40 calories, which is a very small amount of calories. So that's neat. And I like them. So I'll hop on the dried fruit train with you.
Nice.
On this.
Yeah. I like the mango. I like the cherry.
Ooh, yeah.
I like peach. Yeah. I like apricot. Those are my top. I keep trying to get like a prune or a dried plum. I just can't get a good one. I don't think. I don't know why.
Underrated rare one is pear. Dried pear is real good. But yeah, I'm with you. I think those picks might be aligned with mine, especially the mango.
Yeah, mango is a hot one.
We only eat fresh fruit in my house, but I will recommend, I guess, if you have like a ghetto grocery store, like not a fancy one, but like, a ghetto one, and they have the bags of ice pops in those like big long tubes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Freezy Pops.
Yeah.
You put those in those like chain guns, right? On like the ships.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your favorite? Red, orange, purple, blue?
I like pink. I like pink. I forget what flavor pink is off the top of my head.
Pink flavored.
What is the regional brand for everybody? For us, it was Otter Pops.
For me, it was Flavor Ice.
In Vegas, it was also Otter Pops. That's West Coast.
I think it's Flavor Ice out this way.
And Jaffe?
But I don't even think that's what we have.
I said Flavor Ice.
Oh, Flavor Ice for you too. Oh, wow. We're split down the middle. Interesting. Yeah. West Coast, East Coast.
Asper with the tiebreaker. Asper,
well,
you got
I'm
to get
also in Ohio, and I also have Flavor Ice, although I feel like I've seen Otter Pops as well. So
Flavor Ice wins.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Darn. All right. Any more recommendations? Are we done here?
I think we're done here. Ash, you got anything?
I can't recommend anything. You got all of my recommendations.
You got the ice pops. You got the dried fruit.
2 days ago.
You got
Here's one more thing I can
Costco
do.
Snacks. Yeah.
I could say just go to your local media store and browse for weird stuff, because that's really fun to do.
Yeah.
I picked up this tape called Turbulence 3 Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
I was not aware of the Turbulence series of films. This one has Rutger Hauer in it, I assume for like 30 seconds. The plot of this one is that Slade Craven, rock superstar and reigning king of death metal, has planned a concert on a 747 jumbo jet. And so he's going to do a concert, and then there's going to be terrorists that are going to try to take it over. But if you look at the back, he's holding a woman at gunpoint. Is he the terrorist as well as the death metal? He doesn't look like a particularly friendly character, I have to say.
No.
So I'm very excited to watch that, and I would not have known about this film if I weren't just like bonking around in a shop where you can see things. You don't even have to buy the physical stuff. Just go around and look at things. Maybe you could add them to your Tubi. I don't care. It's just it's a fun way to interact with things in person, I think.
I like that Brandon said bonking around, because normally we say Marioing around.
It's true. I had to subvert the paradigm.
No, we say spiroing around to represent the fact that I'm younger than all of you guys.
I need you guys to quit gexing around for a second, because it's time to get to my recommendations.
All right.
Well, I want to just add to Brandon something that actual recommendation from me that is along those lines is, if you can find a way to consume media without consuming this advertising, do it. I think that means different things to different people. That could mean buying VHS tapes with Rutger Hauer at a store. I think that's a great option. It could mean just downloading stuff instead of using whatever, like Tubi or whatever. But I think our social contract is beyond broken, and we don't need to watch ads anymore, because who cares?
That's fair.
Word.
All right. I would like to recommend that if you enjoyed this episode, why? But also, please rate
This is a good one. Hey,
iTunes.
this was a fun one.
Yeah.
It had some lulls, but that can be fixed in post.
I got there.
Tell us
We got
why.
there.
Tell us why.
I think we
please,
got there.
tell us.
We turned it around, is what happened.
Okay, Brandon. Okay. All right. If you would like to tell us who is responsible for these episodes being fun, please leave a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or wherever you could review podcasts. You also go to patreon.com/insertcredit to support us directly. You can join our community at forums.insertcredit.com. Watch us on youtube.com/insertcreditshow. Or if you want to sponsor an episode with an advertisement or personal message, you can write to us at show@insertcredit.com. Special thanks to Only Ghosts, Kyle Brown, Corey, Alexander Davies, Will-O-Wisp, Kevin Morell, Jordan Thornquest, Death Strandicoot, Sammy, Sean Patrick, Plasma Goose, and The Sand. This episode was edited by Esper Quinn with music by Kurt Feldman. I'm Alex Jaffe.
I'm Frank Cifaldi.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And your game has been resaved.
Resaved?
Nice.
Yeah, because we did it again really quickly since the last
I
one.
see.
Oh, yeah. But they don't know that.
But yes, they do, because you gave
We
it away
told
like
them.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
that was
but
in a
I
segment
mean,
that's probably getting cut.
yeah, I
so-
thought that was like in the middle of the my MP3 was
I'm
rendering.
thinking I'm just not even going to edit this one and just upload some raw files.
Great.
Just
Yep.
raw
Oh,
footage.
yeah.
Yeah.